being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know?
Okay, I don't want that man taking my picture. Why don't you take him out of here?
Sir, you hit me.
I'm gonna do
You
that
hit
now.
me.
Okay?
Sir, okay, now
you take my picture then. I don't know you.
I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face.
Today's video takes us to Hagerstown, Maryland. Matter of fact, we're going to make a stop at the U.S. Post Office. Well now, the Long Island Frauditor thinks he has a right to film in all federal buildings, and he may have, but it's not an absolute right, as he's going to learn today. And he challenges the officers, saying they have no jurisdiction on federal property. Well, they must have some jurisdiction because they took him away in his shiny pair of bracelets. Oh, it's quite lovely indeed. Sit back and enjoy!
Today we are at the United States Post Office here in Hagerstown, Maryland. We are here today to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants respect our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it.
It's a well-known fact that I don't like frauditors, but I don't especially like this frauditor right here. Sean. Yeah, oh my gosh, I remember reading an article about him in the New York Post. It's been about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and he is just a moron. Said he lost his warehouse job due to the COVID crisis. If anything, your job would have been in demand. He was in a warehouse. He was a manager of a warehouse. It would seem to me that that job would be in high demand unless he was selling something that nobody wanted. Yeah, but he has no respect for anybody. No respect at all. And this nonsense about transparency and respect by our public servants is a bunch of nonsense. I can guarantee you, if he were not being paid by YouTube so well, he would not do this. Of course he wouldn't. There'd be an extreme drop the very next day in Frauditor uploads if they stopped paying ad revenue on this nonsense.
Alright, so first things first, let's see if we can find the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, also known as Poster 7.
Are you taking pictures, hon?
I'm sorry?
Are you taking pictures?
I'm taking pictures and video, yeah.
Okay, stop. It's not allowed in here.
Who are you?
I work at the post office. It's not allowed in here.
Why isn't it allowed in here?
Because it's a security issue.
Well, calm down, ma'am.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
There's no need to get upset.
Okay, but
Okay?
because of security, yes.
There
you
is no
can't-
security. What security? There's no federal
Steve.
law.
Hold on.
Are you
Turn your camera
are you
off.
familiar with the rules and
Please turn your camera
Are you
off.
familiar with the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property? Guess you're not. I see a camera right here.
Okay, let's talk about Poster 7 first. Although I've talked about it numerous times, I went right to the post office website just to see if anything had changed since I last looked at it. If you read it, photographs for news purposes may be taken, and when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by law. So you're going to have a public meeting, right? No, you're not having a public meeting. You're just doing this for pure commercial profit. And notice there, it says other photographs and video may be taken with the permission of the postmaster. Well, they don't read that part. And now he talks about the security cameras that are in use. Well, idiot, those security cameras, as I have stated numerous times as well, are for the safety and security of the post office workers and patrons as well. It's not going to be sold on YouTube for commercial gain. So your argument is weak. At best, your argument is weak. You have no argument. And today, you're going to find out some things about the law that you don't normally talk about. So let's carry on. See this.
Their cameras don't seem to be a problem. Excuse me, sir?
We have people's personal information and everything else that you're not entitled to when you're doing the video.
I'm not getting anybody's personal information.
Well, you have no idea what we have available here. I'm going to ask you to stop. I'm asking you one more time to stop, or we'll have to call the authorities.
Why would you do that?
I'm going to ask you one more time. Please stop video.
What's your name, sir?
All right.
What's your name, sir? So I can hold you.
It's Homeland Security.
Homeland Security?
Yeah, it's literally borderline considered a terrorist act.
It's borderline a terrorist act to record in a post office. Is this real life? Borderline a terrorist act. Wow.
Anyone with an ounce of brains would understand that 9/11 created many challenges in the United States that we still haven't recovered from, and that's been many, many years ago. If you had any common sense at all, Sean, which I know you don't have any, but if you had any, you would know that it's not a good idea to walk into a government facility with a camera and begin recording. Yeah, why don't you try that at the White House, or better yet, maybe the Pentagon, or how about the Treasury Department? Yeah, go to Washington, D.C., and let's find out how far you get with that nonsense about the First Amendment. You see, there's no frauditor has ever done that to my knowledge, because they wouldn't be able to post that video. Their potato camera would be confiscated and destroyed. You just can't walk into any government building of your choosing and think that you can record. This is the stupidest stuff I've ever heard of. All to make a buck on YouTube. Why don't you go back to your warehouse job, Sean?
Are they committing terrorism by having their cameras everywhere? That's ridiculous. The passport lady over here was extremely rude. And you know what? You know what, guys? They don't have any, I haven't seen Poster 7, the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, anywhere in this post office, which makes total sense because they're ignorant of their own rules and regulations. Maybe if they had them posted, maybe if they studied them, they would understand.
I was thinking the same thing, Sean. Perhaps if you were to understand that you're not a member of the press, that you're not a journalist, just because you upload videos to YouTube, if you were to understand that, Sean, perhaps you would be able to get along better with people on these excursions you make for absolutely no reason. You're protecting our First Amendment rights. Is that right? No kidding. You know, I sleep so much better at night knowing that you're protecting my American rights, Sean. I can't tell you. Because it used to be I couldn't go to sleep well at night. Now I sleep so much better knowing that you and other idiots like you are protecting my rights. I just can't thank you enough. But let's carry on to the part where you get your shiny bracelets, because that's what we all came here to see.
5 minutes later.
Hi.
Complaint. The post office would like you to leave.
Hi, how are you?
Perfectly wonderful. I'm Officer Devers. Officer Krause is coming through the door. You're being audio and video recorded for evidentiary purposes.
I'm sorry, can you just say your name and your badge number?
Well, I can tell you I'm Officer Devers. This is Officer Krause. And I appreciate your videotaping everything. But the post office called and said they've asked you to leave. So they would like you to leave. This is their property, and so they have every right to ask you to leave. So
Can I just get your badge number? Why can't I get your badge number?
It's 3126.
Okay, thank you.
So can you please leave?
Do you understand what department are you with?
I'm with the Hagerstown City Police Department. Same city you're in.
Oh, okay.
I assume you know that.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you could do me a favor and please leave, that'd be great.
Okay. Can you call a supervisor because you have no jurisdiction on this property? You do not. Okay. I'm telling you. Before you make a mistake, you should call your supervisor. This is federal property.
I always like when Sean says, before you make a mistake, you should call your supervisor. Why? So the supervisor can help put you under arrest? Is that what you want, Sean? I don't understand why these idiots refuse to acknowledge the fact. It doesn't matter if it's private property, public property, federal property, state property. It doesn't matter. The people who are in charge always, always, always reserve the right to refuse service to anyone for any reason. However, if you're acting like a decent human being and you're just there to conduct your business, they're not going to ask you to leave. You come there, you do what you have to do, you act like a decent person, and you leave. There's no problem. Why would they ask you to leave? But when you come in with a potato can and you begin to interrupt and disrupt the normal business flow, it's time for you to go, sonny boy. And he just doesn't understand that. Or perhaps he does understand it, but he does this for the clicks and views because he's making a good amount of money on his channel. Oh yeah, he's well over 6 figures. He's clocking some cash.
A few moments later.
So, sir, who do I have the luxury of talking with today?
Oh, my name is Sean.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
No, you don't have a last name?
It's just Sean.
So no one gave you a surname when you were born?
It's just Sean, ma'am.
It's just Sean. So you want to know my information, but you don't want to share yours with me?
Well, you're technically the public servant here, ma'am, not me.
Okay. So,
how you doing today, sir? Can I get your name and badge number, please? Sir? Can I get your name and badge number, please, sir? Can I just get your name and badge number and I can welcome?
3834.
Okay.
All right, we'll deal with you in a minute.
Great. You're gonna shut the post office down for what? If you would look at the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, poster 7, it will explain to you exactly that I have the permission to do what I'm doing.
Sean, where does it say on here that you have permission? It says photographs. It doesn't say anything about videotaping. Where does it say videotaping? Where does it say recording on there? It says photographs. Photographs. You're video recording. Read this carefully. This is the latest and greatest download from the USPS. I don't see anything on there about recording. Now, on the old one, it did say video recording, but doesn't say anything on this one. It says photographs. Sean, I think you need to read a little bit closer and digest what that says. But you carry on, Sean, because you're real close to getting those shiny bracelets, sweetheart.
And the First Amendment of the United States Constitution as well. Ma'am, can you please call a supervisor?
Sir, I've already done that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Actually, I think I've called 3.
Three
So
supervisors.
You can have 3 supervisors to
Great.
work through your issues today.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I don't have any issues. Okay. I think the people at the... Why would you close down the post office?
Huh?
Why would you close down the post office?
Well, we're just making sure that we make sure you have privacy to deal with your issues so the rest of the world isn't privy to
I don't
them.
have any issues.
Okay,
I'm okay.
well, I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm okay.
Moments later.
Tell your supervisor, since they don't want to speak to me, you just let them know to look up poster 7, the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. It's a federal law. I'm being serious. I'm trying to be genuine with you.
Well,
it's a federal law.
I'm not sure you're being genuine when people have asked you to stop filming them.
But sir, I have the right to film for news purposes.
Why would you?
Because I have the right. Why else would anybody exercise their rights? Because they have the right to.
I'm firmly in favor of people having the right.
Come on, Sean. We know why you do this. If it weren't for the money, you wouldn't run all around the countryside trying to get clicks and views on your pitiful YouTube channel. Now tell the truth, Sean. If YouTube were not paying you for this nonsense, would you still be a First Amendment crusader? Would you still go around and act like an idiot at town halls, post offices, and other places? Tell the truth, Sean. You don't have to say a word because we already know you would not. You would absolutely not. Of course, then I'd be out of business too, because if they're not paying you, they're not paying me. But I'll find some other idiot, imbecile, and moron to make fun of, because there's no shortage of people like that in the world. As far as you go, I don't know what you're going to do. Guess you got to go back to that warehouse job, Sean.
Yeah, we have a right. I wasn't.
As long as you don't infringe on other people's rights.
Was I filming anybody directly? Was I doing anything when I walked in?
There are people that said you were, and they actually said they asked you to stop. They did. They came.
When you told me, when you saw me filming, what was I filming, sir?
You were filming the walls, and then you came up front. Where?
Sir, are you leaving? Yeah. You were told to leave. Are you leaving?
Are you going to arrest me if I don't leave?
Yes.
Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
No, you're under arrest.
I was ready to leave. You have no jurisdiction on this property. Just saw I was unlawfully arrested and my constitutional rights were violated by the Hagerstown Police Department right here in Maryland.
Well, there you have it, folks. Stupid is as stupid does. And Sean's pretty stupid. Hey, I'll leave a link in the description box of that article from the New York Post. Talks about how he got started. Yeah, Sean's packed on quite a bit of weight since he started. Frauditing must be very good to him. Yeah, I just don't understand, though, why he thinks he has an absolute right to walk in somewhere with the camera and record people at work. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Of course, nobody ever accused a Frauditor of being intelligent, now have they? No doubt about it. But this video did continue for about another 6 or 7 minutes. He's on there crying about how he's going to file a lawsuit and this and that and everything else. We know from past experiences his lawsuits don't go anywhere. I think he was absolved once or twice from wrongdoing, and that's only because the city didn't want to go to court and litigate the matter. But at any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.
Oh, you assaulted me.
I did. So many.
You assaulted me. She assaulted me.
Yo, you're racist.
Racist. Oh, that's a hate crime. You're being disorderly. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police.
I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
You'll go to jail, bro. Go ahead, put your hands on me. Bro. Put your hands on me.
No reason to have. I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
We'll arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah, we're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You just assaulted me, ma'am. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to
Yes, you
record
do.
you in public, ma'am.
Actually,
No, that's
you
the
do.
law.
Salam alhamdulillah. Allahu akbar. Haknuikan dakra. Ula wala fufatay.
Greetings, Dr. Dave here. There was a great deal of confusion when I posted yesterday about my members only section. I will never charge to watch content on my channel ever. Let me repeat that. There will never be a charge to watch any videos on my channel. The members only section I was referring to is strictly for live streams. It's optional. You will never pay one single penny to watch anything on my videos or live streams. It's completely optional. If you would like to join the channel, it's up to you, but it will never cost a penny to watch anything on my channel ever. Now, let me get on with the public service announcement. Hello everyone, Dr. Dave here. Due to high demand and interest, Dr. Dave has decided to create a members only area for all his subscribers. Several badges and emojis are currently present. I'd like your feedback. What kind of badges and emojis would you like to see? And right now there's only one level you can join at. Let me know what other levels you'd be interested in. I really don't want to charge people extra money for an early view of a video. I believe that everyone should see the videos when they become available. But if you're really interested in something that I can provide, let me know and I will look into it. But for now, enjoy!